What's going on, everybodies? My name is Chris Williams, and you are watching the Overblood Community Video Thingy, your usually weekly unofficial Game Informer community video series where I talk about all things Game Informer. Now, this week's show's going to go a little fast, so hold on to your butts. It's time for the topic of the week. Isaiah, take it away.
Hey guys, this is Isaiah bringing you this week's topic, and what I'm going to be discussing are interactive narrative games, which you know David Cage is well known for, the Quantic Dream games. My favorite is one that just released that kind of inspired this theme, which is Until Dawn. I've probably beat it let's see, 4 times already. It's a ton of fun. The gameplay's, the way you're able to interact and the choices that you can do is done very well. The story is really good. I love horror, and it just has all those really cool cliches and whatnot, as well as having some interesting twists. But I'd say besides Until Dawn, I also really liked Quantic Dream's Beyond Two Souls. I know some people are like, whoa, you like that one better than Heavy Rain, but I like the story and the interactability more than Heavy Rain's was, even though Heavy Rain is a good game as well. But besides that, yeah. So let us know what your favorite interactive narratives are in the comments below, and you guys have a great rest of the day.
Alright, so interactive games, like them, hate them, love them, what's your favorite? What a topic! What a lovely topic! Now, for those that are unaware, Indigo Prophecy is my favorite game of all time. The experience I had playing it was very similar to the way people describe their first time playing Metal Gear Solid. I always think about how in an alternate universe, everyone hails David Cage as a genius for Omicron, and just everyone thinks of Kojima as a guy who makes weird games that control terribly. Kojima? Hey, wait a second, 30 years ago, Kojima made a game called Metal Gear Solid 3, and I think today, last week, Saturday, who knows what day, I don't know a calendar, what is it, 1907? Game Informer decided to do a replay of it.
Don't worry, it only gets less stupid. Like it just turns around. So they take the audio and try and like remix it so it makes sense, but it never does.
Oh god.
I'm not finished.
Do you think? Did Kojima direct these, you think?
Yeah, I think he did.
That's fantastic.
They're originally made
Now,
for...
as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by that Metal Gear, Indigo Prophecy. It was a game that showed me that video games could be more than just 2D side-scrollers. They could be these cinematic adventures that told amazing stories with unique characters. Say what you want about David Cage and his games, but I'll put the opening to Indigo Prophecy up against any other video game opening ever. Now, as Isaiah said, this week's topic was inspired by Until Dawn. If you're not sure that's a game for you, well, Game Informer not only did a test chamber, but they also did a 7-hour live stream where they played the game from beginning to end.
Good grief.
Let's do it. So time moments like the Telltale games, obviously. Oh. All right, so you had the death totem and probably dead. Yeah, you're looking pretty dead.
So there's an awesome section of the Game Informer community known as the Overblood Facebook group. And if you're watching this and you're not a member, you should check out the link below. Come join, hang out with some friends. It's pretty fun. We have game nights. People are always streaming something. And recently, we've had this awesome fella named Ryan Davis putting up multiple polls asking the community what the greatest games of all time are. First, he went year by year, and now the community finds themselves voting tournament style for games that won their years. Right now, we've got Red Dead Redemption going against Mario 64. Ryan, you're awesome. Just want to say thank you for doing this. I've had a lot of fun just realizing how old I am because all the votes go for games that just have come out in like the last 10 years, and that's not because maybe those games are better, but because most of the audience people in the community are 7, and I'm an old man who goes, well, of course this should win. It's really revolutionary. And they're like, no, old man, I'm pretty sure that you're crazy, and this is better than this. It's like, oh, I'm an old man. And so, thanks, Brian. Hey, speaking of greatest things of all time, and no, I'm not talking about Justin Bieber's new haircut. Dreamy! I'm actually talking about the plumber himself. Did you know he's got a new game coming out where you make the game? Kinda lazy on Nintendo's part if you ask me. But hey, what are you gonna do?
What do you do, Jeff? It's a puzzle.
Okay.
Or something.
Whoa.
You know, Kyle, you're trying to do interesting things with these levels, but everyone is like, okay, I'm going to do one interesting thing.
That's all
and then
you
I'm
get.
just going to give up. So that's another 1 star.
Well, that's it for episode 28 of the Overblood community video thingy. And if you're watching this, it means you're awesome. But since I am the Kojima of YouTube, it only makes sense for me to connect the beginning with the end. Until dawn, Metal Gear. What if I told you because of nanomachines, there was a podcast that ties everything together? Don't believe me? Fine. I'll prove it to you. Ben Hansen owns a cabin, much like one of the characters in Until Dawn. And Tim Turry? Well, obviously he's a clone of his father that's been hypnotized to take down a group of AI that wants to control the entire planet. That is what Metal Gear is about, right? Later, guys.
Well, that's what's so weird, because even in Ground Zero, so many people complained about the lack of big boys, or big boss.
Big boys.
Shut up. The lack of the big boys.
Sons of big
That was
boys.
Hansen's #1 complaint, at least.
The lack of big bosses VO. Shut up, to rage you so much.